You're not the only nice fucking guy.
I didn't say I was a nice guy. I didn't
Motherfucker. Fuck you, Vaughn. Hey, welcome back to Social Vibes. I'm Diva.
I'm Carmen.
And I'm Rose.
So we are missing a couple of our regular panelists. Shout out to Vaughn Live and Gant. Gant is traveling right now for the summer, and Mr. Vaughn is at a previous event. So we decided to just make this part one of this particular topic, which is, so you think you know a woman. Now this first part is going to be just us girls, and then when we record again for our next 2-week recording, it will include the men. So ladies, we have so much to talk about. Where do we begin? You want to start it off, cool?
I'm not even sure where to begin. There's so much. I don't know. My mind is blank. So blank. And you was like saying like.
So we were having some good conversation before we actually went on.
Mm-hmm.
We were discussing, basically one of the things we were talking about was the fact that men have this saying, that you women are always saying that you don't need a man, but they really don't understand where we come from with the way we act and the way we live our lives, and why we get the mindset that we have and the attitude that we have, right? It's basically because we are forced in those positions to be single women, single mothers, having to do everything on our own. I don't know one woman that wanted to be a single mother, not one. And whatever the circumstances, it didn't work out with the father. I mean, shit happens, I get that. But at the same time, I don't know one woman who intentionally wanted to be a single mother. And so when you're put in that position for whatever the reason, you have to basically man up, whether you want to or not. We don't have a choice in the matter, see? And so I think that that's the part that men miss. And we want to be able to be women and be in our own femininity and not have to worry about everything all the time. You know what I mean? That's really what we want. But unfortunately, it's just not always that easy, right?
I mean, I feel like sometimes, it gets to me when men say, you guys always say that you don't need a man and stuff. I never said that I don't need a man. I do need a man. I want a man in my life, but I want the person that is gonna be with me, we're gonna help each other out. And for some men, that's a little too much. If I ask for a little bit help here and there, I mean, you don't have to make, so much money, but at least if you work and we can make it happen. But, guys, you ask for a little bit and it's too much for them to handle. It's too much for them because they're not used to, and, that bothers me. So
I don't think every man's prepared to take care or help take care of someone. Some of them they want to be there, and then there's some that will provide. There's some that will. I don't think they're all prepared for the women that we are. When life sets us off to be single parents, we are introduced to having to be the independent women that say, we don't need a man because we've already been trained to, you know what I mean, not need him. We've been forced to do things on our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we're okay with doing things on our own. You know what I mean? Now we are fine with that. Yes, we can always use a little help, of course. Why wouldn't we? I think we all can, men and women. At times, there are some single parent men out there also. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I won't just say it's just women. There are single parent as men, and I admire them.
Right.
You know,
that's
I admire
right.
them
Yeah.
because having to have been a single parent, I admire them to have been able to take on that challenge, like us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To be
Yes.
put in our shoes, and the men that are able to do that and do so is amazing to me. You know what I mean?
And I know a few single fathers with daughters, and they do a great job. They know how
I
to
love
take care of
it.
their kids. I mean, that to me is a plus sign. You know, if I
love
see,
it.
I don't, you know, I will date a man with kids. I mean, young kids, I don't know. I don't want to go through that phase again in my life right now. But if they were older kids, like my kids' age, you know, that's fine. But I respect that, and I admire that so much. Because it's not easy for a woman, so I imagine for men. They have to learn how to cook. They have to learn how to clean. They have to be washing laundry and doing laundry. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of men out there made mistakes. I mean, you know, but they do it.
Then too, those are the men that will love us and respect us for being that single parent.
Yes.
And
'Cause they
understand everything that
understand.
we do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And give us that much respect and say, I know it's hard.
Yes.
You know, I know because I've been there. I know because I've watched her. You know what I mean? I sit here and I look at everything she does. You know?
So, okay, so that brings me to another thing that men always say, right? When women who are in positions to be single mothers and do everything for the family, the children, etc., right? And there are times where they may be in need of help, in need of something, right? But they won't ask for it. So there's the saying, you know, closed mouths don't get fed. So my thing, and this is my thought process, a woman should never have to ask a man for money. You know, I came up in a household where, you know, my grandfather, he worked and his position paid cash every day, right? He'd come home, he'd put money on the table every single day. So in my mind, that's how it was supposed to be. I really thought that was how it was. And then when I was a teenager, right? And I'm dating, you know, the guys that I was dating, they all had money. So I got everything I wanted. So I'm just like, this is really how it is, you know? But baby, when them kids start coming,
You gotta hold me down. What happened?
baby, life changes. But
Yeah, and I said,
Yeah.
if you watch me, you're watching me. We're
Yeah.
in a relationship.
yeah,
You can sit there. You're okay with watching me struggle.
yeah.
You probably don't need to be there.
You
Yes.
probably don't need to be there. Like, why should I have to ask? If
So I
you
shouldn't
see
have to
me
ask
every
you
day
for it.
doing what I'm
You know,
supposed to be
be
doing,
a man about it. Pick
right?
something up. Do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drop something on the
Right.
table if that's what you want. Drop it in the account. Period. You know what I mean? However it is, you helped out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it wouldn't
So
be
a guy
bad.
said to me, he says, well, why is it that y'all women always expect the guy to do that? When do you ever say, well, baby, here goes some money for your gas tank, or here goes some lunch money, or
I
here
agree.
goes some bill money,
It's
or
okay
here,
to do that,
go
vice
get a
versa.
haircut,
When we do it
here,
through-
go treat yourself.
When you do it for each other, it works like that.
When
It
you
becomes
do
a
it for each
problem
other.
when it's
Right.
a one-way street.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
When it becomes a one-way street and you're comfortable in that situation,
Right.
you allow that. Okay? Because you have to speak up.
Yeah.
Mouths don't get fed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you allow that, but if you
Right.
speak up and that continues to happen, then you have a problem.
I just always
That's
feel
when
like
it becomes
everything
a
is a
problem.
double standard. You know what
I
I'm
always
saying?
like to look at
Yes.
things in on both aspects. Because again, like I said, there are single parent men in our positions that have been put in our positions, right? It happens both ways. You know, yes, the majority is us because we are moms and we are mothers and we are women.
Mama's
and
baby,
this is what is
daddy's maybe.
expected of us. You know, so we step up to
Right.
the plate when it has to
Right.
be. You know, when need be. But we got some slacking ass women out there who don't fucking
Oh,
wanna do
absolutely.
shit for their-
Oh,
I'm not
listen.
gonna say, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I feel bad sometimes when they say that with the men, like, you know, all these niggas ain't shit. Nah, like sometimes.
Oh, it's a lot of ain't shit chick.
Oh, it's a
it's
lot
a lot
of
of
them.
ain't shit
I
chick.
watched it.
Yeah.
I work in I work in a club, you know, where I know so much and I know so many people in different lives, different. You know, I watch women come in there, great job, they just out for a nice little drink, whatever, and they chilling, chill mode, they chill. I've also watched a woman who has 5 children, who is in there just twerking away or whatever, but you got a whole situation going on. Okay? You have people running down the street saying, you know, the cops are down, da, 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 da. You know? Like, what I've seen it all. Like, and it's mind-boggling to me sometimes. You know, because when you have a whole situation going on at home, this is not where you need to be. You know, but it works in both ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like to point out the fact that sometimes the men get the shitty end of the stick sometimes, just on the strength that this is what happens all the time. Oh, this nigga ain't shit. Yes, the majority of it happens to us. I get it. You know what I mean? But
and listen, in no way am I asking for a pity party.
No, of course
you
not.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
you know,
I'm never asking for a pity party. I just think that, you know, the men need to understand where we come from with certain things. You know, women don't want to be tough. Women don't want to be the heads of household. Women don't want to be single mothers. You know, this is not what we strive for in life, right? So if you guys think that, you are very, very misguided. That's not what we want. You understand what I'm saying? But when we are in those positions, we have to do what we have to do. And to think that we're just supposed to let a man come in and automatically just take over. And then you say, oh, well, you don't know how to be submissive. Show me what I'm submissing to. If what you're doing is showing me that you're a great leader and a great provider and a great thinker and you're a compromiser, I'm all in. Let me sit back over here and be pretty as I am. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But to be upset with me or feel like, you know, you're an alpha woman or this or that, with all the shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you expect me to do? Am I supposed to be a damsel in distress and just lay back and be like, oh, save me? Hell no, I got kids to feed. I got kids to put through school.
Life goes on.
I got bills to pay.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I got things I'm doing. Like, what do you mean? I can't sit around and just wait for somebody else to do it for me. So this is the situation that we're put in. We don't want to be there. Understand? But since we're here, we're going to do the hell out of it.
And do it well.
Okay? That's how I feel about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So guys need to cut the women some slack on that, man. And you need to understand this is not what we're striving for in life. These are the cards that we were dealt. And we just playing our hand best way we can.
Yes.
Same like y'all. Same shit. Same shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we learn to be a provider for our kids, and because we don't have a choice. We have to. We have to take care of our kids, and we have
No
to.
one's gonna love them like you do.
No, and it's like, but you know, we do want a partner. We want that other half there to help out, at least, you know, with the food or whatever it is. Like whatever, even if it's a little bit that you could give, you know, a little bit, it goes a long
love
way.
like my grandparents. That's what I want. I want a marriage like my grandparents. Who had 8 children and raised them and did all that and loved each other to death.
It's not like that.
Well, I don't want to marry like my grandparents because my granddaddy was a Rolling Stone.
No.
Papa was a Rolling Stone,
He was amazing. He was amazing. And he loved my grandma. And when they showed love to each other, it was so dope. And that's what I was looking for. Which is why I stayed in my marriage for 14 years. You know, my relationship, it was abusive, yes. It was a lot of ups and downs. It was good times. I'm not even gonna down it like that. It was some good times. You know, I had some good times. I'm not gonna lie for nobody. But there were probably more bad times than good times. And I went through a lot, and that kind of overweighed it. And so now I have an understanding on both sides. I know what I want. I know where I'm looking for. And like I said, I thought that staying in my relationship and doing it that long for my children, that it would eventually get to where my grandparents is, because that's what I wanted. But that's not what was happening.
Right.
And so here we are, another divorce. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, and all I wanted to do was have the same thing. So like I admired that from them. So that's what I want. And now that's what I want now. And I don't care how I'm gonna, you know, how long it's gonna take to get it. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really okay with that. And I'm okay with being by myself and not being, you know, someone else's issue. You know what I'm saying? Per se, you know, but that's just, that's really where I'm at with it. Everybody be like, you know, why are you so single? It's my choice. Because I don't want to just settle. I don't want to settle. You know what I mean? I don't. I gave, I was in other relationships and I didn't work out. So it's alright though. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's alright, you know, but like I said, I'm okay with I'm okay with doing for myself. I'm okay with that. I really am. The kids are big and I'm okay, you know, but
I'm okay with it. Sometimes it makes me a little. Sometimes it makes me a little nervous how okay I am.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm
definitely do something about
right now. I'm kind of evolving into this bigger version of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's super dope. It's scary. It's weird. It's all these different things. And
yes, absolutely.
you know, coming into my womanhood, as they say, right? And with that comes a desire for just wanting peace.
That's what I was about to say.
It's like a overwhelming desire. Like, I just want to be at peace. And if that means that even though I love this person, I have to let them go because I deserve this for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in that place where it's like, love you to death, bro, but I got to go. You know what I'm saying? If this is not, if it's not making me feel, it's gotta give me that feel good all the time. So if I'm not having that feel good, and if I'm always upset and depressed and, you know,
can't possibly be happy.
disappointed, you know, conflicted between my feelings and all this bug shit that come with being in a relationship, I don't want that.
I think I did enough of the fighting with all of that.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'd rather just chill. Like, it's pretty dope to just be able to, you know,
be at peace.
Rock to your own. Yeah, but it's like you rock to your own rhythm. Yeah.
I'm where I don't bring any drama to no relationship. I control my shit. Like, you know, not in the sense where I control it against this man, whatever. I don't have no ex-husband drama.
Right.
Okay? I don't have no exes drama. I don't have no baby daddy drama. I don't bring none of that. So for me in my life, I just prefer not to have to deal with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all.
That's why
I have no problem with having kids.
I won't date a guy with young kids just because I can't do that drama shit.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm saying.
dating no
Like,
guy
it's
with
still
young
something
kids.
there,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
can't
always
do
gonna
that.
be an issue, and they don't even be our issue. It's like, dude, your baby mother bugging. Like, what's going on? Like, you wasn't even ready for it. You were not ready to move on to in a serious relationship with someone else. If you still got her over there knocking on the window,
right,
all that,
right,
no,
right,
no,
right.
I don't care how much I like you. I don't care if I fucking love you.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that.
Not dealing with it.
You have to control that.
Yeah.
Because I would never let my ex-husband or my ex come and do all of that to you. Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel there's a respect issue. You're not ready until that is all done and over with.
My baby mother that. And she made me so mad because it's my son's birthday. And me and my son's birthday is the same day. And she trying to mess it up. And she don't want him to come. And I'm listening to this shit like, I said, my dude, what does that have to do with me?
Yeah, right.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about your baby mother.
Y'all still arguing. When you still arguing because there's something going on there. Y'all not over each other. One's not over one another. Something. There's still something there. Because my ex-husband moved on. I didn't feel shit. There's nothing. Like nothing.
Right.
You know, like
exactly.
I don't want that man. It's okay. He had another baby. God bless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, cool.
Right.
You can have 1,000 more. I'm okay. You gotta pay that $1,000 more.
And what gets me too about that too is the females think, like, when they do rock on and whatever, right, and have another relationship, another child, whatever. The females think that it's gonna be so much better because it's not you, it's her. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing you know that dude in and out. You know him in and out. Half of the shit he doing with her, you taught him that. You know what I'm saying? You taught him that shit. You know what I'm saying? Baby, don't be mad at me. At the end of the day, I did all that. What you doing, girl? I done taught him some of that shit. Say thank you. Say thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm saying to be some ungrateful chicks out there. Like,
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, listen.
Some ungrateful chicks, I just don't get it. I just don't, and I don't understand why they come after the female when the men are making these decisions, but they coming for the female.
But you know you got a crazy baby mother. You know you got all of that.
Yeah,
or
but
even
I'm not
even
gonna
a crazy
do that.
baby daddy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because again, once again, I'm saying for both in general. As long as they in general, I'm saying both sides. You got the crazy baby daddies and they bugging and tripping. You are not ready to move on to another relationship with someone else. You shouldn't get someone else involved in that bullshit. You understand? You got to handle that before you can say I love you to somebody else. You can't. You got to hold all of this going on. That's a lie. Nobody,
I can't do it.
Yeah, nobody wants to
Can't do
that.
young kids.
Yeah.
I can't do
Then
young
your kids
I
or
can't
whatever,
do it.
cool. I have no problem combining our families and becoming one. I love it. Okay, I'm all for it. Let's extend the family. Great. I ain't giving you no more. So we're gonna have to extend it that way. But you know what I mean? You still have to. Yeah, you have to have an understanding. You got to do all of that because.
But no, but what you're not
Well-
gonna do though in front of me. What you're not gonna do is disrespect your baby mother. I'm not I'm not having.
But see, that comes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk to me about what you got going on with your baby mom. I don't want to hear that.
You got to handle that.
Yeah, good or bad. I don't want to hear. But
We're
you're
not
not
here
gonna
to
talk bad
disrespect each
about
other.
her.
We're
At the
not
end of
doing
the
that.
day, at one point she was good enough.
She's
At
what
one
you
point,
wanted. She's what you wanted.
Yeah, at one point she was good enough. So
I
don't
get
do
it.
that. That's why I said I'd rather not even date dudes with you because I'm not having these kind of conversations. I'm just not.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're not ready to move on because you still got all of that. You know how this girl feel about you. Don't act like that. You know how this nigga feel about you. Don't act like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to handle that before you can say, okay, I'm ready to move on with someone else. Because then you bring that person into the drama that you got going on and it becomes a whole bigger ordeal and things happen.
Right.
At my stage in life,
Unnecessarily.
at my stage in life, I'm living in peace and I want to keep it that way. And if I start dating someone and I start seeing red flag, one red flag, and that's good enough for me to run away. I'm done. I'm not giving chances. I'm not giving breaks.
I'm at
no.
peace. I'm at peace.
Yes.
I'm at peace of where I'm at today.
I'm not dealing with that crap.
And I have no problem, like I said, getting into a relationship with someone who has a family already and stuff. But it has to be a done. Not like done with your kids, because I'm always want you to be a parent. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't rock with no dude that don't take care of his kids.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always expect you to be a parent.
Yeah.
But that the extraness, because all that is extra.
Yeah.
I'd rather do without. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing that. I'm not. We're too old for that. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, you know, I don't mind taking in the man with kids. You know, but it definitely has to be a closure there. There has to be a closure. We have to be able to move on in peace. Because I don't want anything but peace in my life. You know, and I can be your peace, and I want you to be mine, so we can do this together. You know what I'm saying? But I want peace. Is exactly what I mean. That's what I said.
And I don't understand why people don't get that, especially men. I just don't get it. Why? You know, if you have a good relationship with someone and y'all click good and y'all could provide for each other and help each other out, it's like, why you don't go along and commit? Like, there's something about nowadays that people, and I'm talking about women and men too, that don't want to commit. They just don't want that, and I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know.
You don't get why women don't want to commit and men don't want to commit?
No, I'm just saying, let's say you're dating someone and you're seeing them for a while and it just doesn't get nowhere, and so you know, you want to commit and you talk to the person and you're like, listen, you know, we've been together for so long and, you know, I want to do things together. Let's start thinking about, you know, plans for our future, like living together in the situation. I mean, let's travel, whatever our goals are.
That comes in due time. You have to be sure that that is the life that you want with that person. You have to be sure that that person is the one. You know what I mean? You have to fill each other out. You can't move.
Oh yeah, no, that comes first before anything else.
I don't like to talk about moving in with each other when we first started. Like it's just like that's not even. We ain't even got that far.
No.
Let's not.
But I'm talking about when you're with
get
someone.
to know each other. Let's see if this is what we want together. You know, we grown. I ain't giving you kids, so we're not gonna expect no kids.
Well, the thing is, you know, I feel like people pretty much know if they really want to rock with that person on a serious level within the first few months of knowing them.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? If you keep making excuses for why you keep dealing with somebody, then it's just that excuses. You understand what I'm saying?
That.
And so now, where I'm at in my life now, I know when a man wants you, you gonna know he wants you.
Absolutely.
You gonna know without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely.
He wants you.
Hard.
You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? You know, somebody reached out to me the other day and they said, why are you not married yet? Like, what's the deal? Like, I know you work a lot and you know, kids, but I saw your post the other day and now you don't got kids, you got like an empty nest now and like, yo, why you not married yet? You know what I'm saying? And I said, because God didn't see it fit yet. As simple as that. I'm not opposed to it, I'm not against it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna rush it. What I am gonna do though, is I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna waste time. So if I feel like I'm wasting my time, I can't. I just
don't have the time to
yeah.
You know,
because you
at
know
this
why?
point,
That
time to
disturbs my peace. That disturbs
Again,
my
I
peace.
said what I said.
And now I get it. Like it's just not. It's just if it's about having to feel that that sexual feel good, right? Okay, that's probably the only thing that I really miss. You know what I'm saying? Like I can take myself out on dates. I can take myself on vacation. I can pay my own bills. What you got, bro? Like, what you bringing to the men always say, well, what do you bring to the table?
I was raised correctly, and I was raised to be
A wife.
Okay?
A wife.
I watched what a wife is.
Yeah.
Again, in my grandparents' home. I love my grandma.
So if our other
I want
panelist
that
was
love.
here, he said, well, what does that mean? What does that mean, Kuka?
I want, call me old fashioned. I want that love. I want that real true love. Like, I want someone to love me. You know what I mean? Like, and be done with everything else. You know, and it might be a stretch trying to ask for that. You know what I mean? Just asking for it might be a stretch, and maybe not. You never know. Somebody might come around and you never know.
I think who we want is they out there for sure.
Absolutely.
I don't have no doubt about
Absolutely.
that. You know, I think that person is out there for sure, and I also think that part of who we are is going to help bring that person out. You ever like be in a relationship with somebody and they be like, yo, you brought things out of me I didn't even know was there. You know what I'm saying? That
And I want
like,
you to be that comfortable with me, though.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I need you to be vulnerable to me in everything that we do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I will do the same in return, of course.
Yeah.
But I can give you all of that.
Yeah.
Where we fuck up at sometimes that we give the temporary people in our lives the full extent wifely feel.
Oh, I stopped doing that about 10 years ago. I stopped doing that about 10 years ago. I don't do that
You know, we have to leave something for later.
No,
should I
ma'am.
say. You know what I mean? Leave something for later.
No.
But I will definitely say I was definitely raised on my grandma used to always school me on how to be a woman and how to be a wife. Okay? And what your man loves. She told me so many things that I even say to my daughters today. Stuff like makeup when we were younger. I was 14 years old trying to wear makeup, you know, like being grown. Okay? And then so I was wearing the eyeliner and stuff, you know, and she said to me, she said, Kuka, she said, don't wear that makeup on your face like that. You too young. And I was like, I like it, you know, I like it, Mom, I like it, you know. She's like, listen. She said, you wear makeup today and you're 14, 15. She said, when you're 40, you're gonna look like you're 60 and 80. Because you're gonna get wrinkles that just melt, you know, it fucks with your skin. She said, you're gonna get wrinkles here and all that stuff. I swear to God. And I listen to that lady and I tell my daughters that today. Don't do so much. Because when you get older, like, you know, my daughters be like, oh my God, Mom, you know, and you look younger than you. I don't know if that's why, but I really don't wear the makeup like that. But it was a lot of things. How you met your man. You gotta try to keep yourself up. You gotta always look good. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. That's what he fell in love with. You gotta stay like that. You know what I mean? Because you gotta make him fall in love with you all the time. And that's what you want. You want your man to stay in love with you. So you do all these things, womenly things that we do. And I listened to all of that, you know, and I kind of felt like, you know, listening to her was gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Have me my husband all the time. Here I am divorced. I'm just like,
You do,
You know,
and you do all of those things.
And
you
I
do
do,
all those
I
wifely
do.
duties. You do all those things, right? And then what
But
you
it's-
still end up with is a man who still doesn't appreciate it.
Right.
You understand? Because I was raised the same way. My
Yeah.
grandmother was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. She worked, she kept herself nice, she kept a beautiful home, she could cook her ass off. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, Papa was a rolling stone. He was a good looking man, tall, dark, handsome, had a pocket full of money. You know what comes with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it almost feels like as a woman, the more you have as a woman, the more a man takes advantage of those things. I don't care if you Beyonce. Jay-Z cheated on B. Right? Bill cheated on Hill. You feel me? Right? I'm just saying. Like, these are women who are powerful, beautiful, successful. You know what I mean? And yet they still cheat. So it's like you tell your daughters these things, but then they're growing up watching the reality of what men really do, and then they come to you and ask questions like, how come it seems like all guys cheat? All men cheat all the time? Then you have to have that uncomfortable conversation with your daughter and say, well, you know what, baby? Men, they like variety, honey. And I know you're a female, and you probably like variety too. But see, society is gonna say that you're not supposed to because you're a female. You have to have that conversation with your daughter and try to make her understand that what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, these are the things that we need to talk about more. And I think we need to start trying to address younger women too with these conversations, because unfortunately some mothers are just not putting this into their girls. So these girls are the ones that's growing up, Coops, like you were saying before, 5 baby daddies, 5 kids in the club twerking instead of home rocking her baby to sleep. You understand?
I want to say something.
You want to say something?
Yes.
Oh, the camera guy wants to say something, y'all. The camera guy wants to say something. I must struck a nerve over there. I must have struck a nerve.
You're the only man here today.
You gonna get on the camera? You ain't gonna get on the camera? Okay.
I'll be honest.
What you want to say?
What's up?
What I want to say is that what was the thing you said? You said about you were talking about ladies, how to keep a man, right?
Right.
Okay. How you keep a man is the same way how you met that man. You keep that up.
I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because you got some women, and this is from experience. You got some women that marry you, and then they change up. They don't keep themselves up because they figure they got you. So hey, you know, I got him now, so I could just change everything. You know, and then a lot of women don't tell how they feel. So they walk around with the attitude and all that stuff. They expect for you to know automatically what's going on. You don't know what's going on. And that's what puts problems in a relationship, because there's a lot of women, I'm not saying everyone, but there's majority of women that don't communicate very well. And they expect us men to be mind readers. You know, so that's what ruins the relationship.
That's a lack of communication
Exactly.
in your relationship.
Yes.
Not just one-sided, but just in your relationship. That's a lack of communication.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
know the person that you married when you can't do that?
A lot of time, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I was married for about 12 years. And a lot of people don't understand. Once you marry somebody, things change.
So I've heard that a lot.
Changes.
I've heard that a lot.
It changes.
Yeah.
It changes because it
Because
changes
the family dynamic changes a lot of the time, and maybe some women do let themselves go and
Well-
not think that it's important because they already got the man. That is definitely
Well,
possible.
you know what?
Or maybe that man isn't making her feel sexy and beautiful anymore,
but you
and
know
maybe
what?
he's not laying that pipe down like he used to anymore.
But you know what? That wasn't my problem.
Most men say that.
My problem was she always thought I was going to meet some woman somewhere. She thought it was a woman
What
in
gave
the
her that?
closet. It had to be a woman in the closet.
So she had her
going
insecurities.
yeah, she was insecure. And
But you do know women are not insecure by default. Women become insecure when you do something that makes them not feel
I'm
secure.
gonna tell you what happened with that.
Okay.
A
Well,
lot
you
of
gotta
us-
get on camera if you're gonna talk this much, camera guy, because we lose the viewers because they hear your voice but they don't see you. So
they know exactly who I am.
yours do, but ours don't. Ours don't.
Okay, I'll come up here one time.
You gonna come up here one
Well,
time?
oh.
This will be all ladies podcast. Join
I
us
just
next.
got off
Join us
the
on the next
side.
one. Join us on the next
one.
one. So I know we getting close to the end of time. We did want to touch on the topic of how men when it comes to the art of making love, what the hell is going on after the age
Can I
of 40?
speak on that one as well? Can I say something with that one?
No, all ladies.
What's going on after the age of 40?
Things change too.
You know.
I definitely want to speak.
We gotta
on
talk
that.
about it. We gotta talk about it.
I'm representing the men that ain't here.
You can't do that. No. So this is we're doing an all girls podcast this time because our the men panelists are busy. One is traveling, the other one is doing a gig. And so shout out to Vaughn Live and Gant. We miss you guys. But the men will join us on the next recording, and that'll be the part 2 of this segment. Because I'm sure they're gonna have a whole lot to say, right? So we're trying to have our moment while we can, and now the camera guy is trying to jump in on it, right? Okay? No, we're not gonna do that. We got 10 minutes left of record time. Baby. Hey Avis Cannon, I see you, girl. Hey Kenya. Hey Vonda, I see ya. Hi.
You said that what happens after 40?
So no, but
Okay.
that's not for you. That's for us ladies. So ladies, what have you noticed that happens to men that are over the age of 40?
Some become flaccid.
Some become flaccid, she said. How about you?
That's not true.
How can I word it better? Like to me, they just act selfish.
Selfish.
Can I answer
Okay,
that?
no, all ladies.
I can't.
Nope, all
Yeah.
women today.
Okay.
Yep, you want to look. He can't
Okay.
even take it. The camera guy can't even take it that we want an all girls podcast. He's busting to say something. No, you cannot say anything. No, it's all girls today. All girls podcast. Okay. So hey y'all, see y'all. Okay. So listen. So the question was, what is it that we as women are noticing in men that are over the age of 40? And Kuga said men become more flaccid. And Carmen said men become more selfish.
Can I just say something?
Somebody
Somebody said something. That's, I don't know who she dealing with.
Avis said that shit gets soft.
Can
I said flaccid, Avis.
That's flaccid.
Yes.
Now
Can I say
listen.
something in defense of
You
that?
can't say anything. Why can't you
I
not
don't know
say
who she
anything? Oh my
dealing with.
God.
I don't know who she dealing with.
Well,
Nah.
listen, it's different strokes for different folks,
That ain't
right?
the case.
It's different. No, but it's different strokes for different folks
And
because
I got type 2 diabetes.
listen, that's
Okay,
you though,
so
bro.
what?
That's not everybody. Hey, Meek, I see you, Tamika. Hey, girl. Okay. All right. Listen. This conversation needs to be had. I'm coming at the men and women over the age of 40.
definitely wrong on that one. I'm sorry.
Yes, so I'm addressing the men over the age of 40, women over the age of 40. If you understand what we talking about, I know you're gonna chime in, right? So, again, how is it that men who are over the age of 40, I'm sure they notice that things change. I'm sure they notice the changes, right? And then they got the nerve to get cocky with it. How is that possible?
Because they want to make it okay to happen. They want to make it, they know they should flash it, right? So now they got to
But then it's flaccid, and then they keep humping.
So now
like, what's
I can
that
only
about?
give you 2
But
minutes.
what's
You
that
got about
about? If
15
you know-
minutes tops. I can't go an hour no
But
more.
if you
Because this
notice
shit gonna
that
get soft.
it's soft, why are you still humping?
Beating it up.
And somebody said, well, because you want to get it back up. How about you get off?
That ain't
Get
for-
back up. How about you get off
It's not working.
and rest yourself, bruh? It's okay to take a deep breath.
I mean, it doesn't
It's
even feel
okay.
good. It doesn't even feel
It
good.
doesn't feel good. It's
I already
actually
know.
quite annoying.
You're done.
You
Get
get
off
off.
of me.
You're not doing that
They
to
want,
me.
they want you to
You're not doing
your
that.
head
Get
gotta
off of
hard.
me.
Oh, nobody want to do that. Nobody
No,
wanna do that.
don't
They
do
get
that.
hard. That's disgusting.
No.
Whole worm. Like, get up, please. Get up, please.
The whole worm, please.
Listen.
Nobody want to put their mouth on that soft stuff.
Fellas, please listen to me. Now, many of you already know me, right? Diva. Y'all know me. And y'all know I don't bite my tongue. Y'all know I done been kicked off Facebook a few times and I lost my whole page, right? But I gotta tell y'all this. If it goes down, that means
You're done.
it needs to rest a little while. It might not be a long time, it might just be a couple minutes, and that's cool. But please, whatever you do not keep humping, and it's nothing there. We don't like that. We don't like that. We don't like that. We don't like when you guys think that you could just, give a lick, and then that's all. We don't like that either. Just don't do the shit. If you're not gonna do it the right way,
Don't do it
just
at all.
don't do it at all.
Don't play with it.
That's
Don't
kind of
play
like
with
how
it.
y'all feel about us, right? When women perform fellatio, right? You guys don't want us to play with it. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all want us to go all right. We want the same thing. This is what I'm trying to say. The same thing y'all dudes be wanting, we be wanting it too. Matter of fact, no, cameraman, you can't say anything today. It's all women. He's like
Hold your
busting
thought.
at
Hold
the
your
seams.
thought.
Y'all should see him. He can't even let us have this conversation.
He wants to defend the guys. That's
You
all.
can't defend the guys.
Who are these guys that
Listen,
these women
because
do?
it doesn't
The
apply.
next
It
show.
doesn't apply to every single man.
No, don't
Oh,
nobody-
It
okay.
doesn't apply to
That's all
every
I gotta
single
say.
man. I'm just
I ain't
saying.
with that.
Listen, there are some 45, 40-year-olds that still bout it.
The hell,
But,
50-year-olds still
but,
about it.
okay, but even though they bout it, they ain't bout it like they was when they was 20 and 30.
Absolutely not.
They ain't, I don't care what y'all say. They ain't breaking the back like they was when we was 20 and 30.
I think that's our problem. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that.
We looking for the back, bro.
Yeah, one of them nights. I'm not even one of those nights.
We looking for the
Them
back,
things don't
bro.
even come no more.
Baby,
I just wanna know-
I just want to walk bow-legged the next day. I walk bow-legged the next day. Remember how we used to be? Ooh, girl, my coochie hurt. Great,
What you doing?
What?
Fuck down.
Satisfied.
Chill.
You be good for about 3-4 days. You be like, I'm good.
And he be the best man ever in 3 to 4 days. Then it's like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Need another night.
Yeah. I just
But
think
yes.
men need to just be a little bit more romantic. I think that's the
They don't
biggest
even
thing that
take
they
much.
lack.
The crazy part
Yeah,
is they don't
that's the
take
biggest
much.
thing that they lack. They lack the romance.
Big time.
They lack, they don't try to get in tune with
They
their
don't
women.
even try. I mean,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to cost you money. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, for me, a little romantic, like let's say, oh babe, you know what? I'm gonna pick you up. Let's go to the park. Set up a little, put a blanket over the grass or the sand or whatever. Have sandwiches and drink wine or whatever. Like it's
Coochie wet! Coochie wet on your way there!
Yes.
Be like, I love him.
Just for the thought,
He's so
you put
cute.
thought in it and it counts.
My man love me. My man love me. Girl, you be bragging at work the next day and shit.
Man, what you do yesterday?
Telling everybody.
I was chilling. I had a good day. Good morning.
Yeah, fellas, y'all need to get y'all romance up. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? That matters to women. That can make. Listen, take your girl
It
out.
doesn't happen no more like that, though.
And you know what's so funny? They think that we need like these extravagant dates all the time. Something just so simple and cute, like what you just said. For me, it's the effort. It's the thought that you put into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what's gonna get you a little extra. That's gonna get you a little extra.
That might spark the relationship up.
Yeah.
Too, make it excited.
Walk on the beach, we just talk.
Yeah.
And that one gesture, he gonna get steak every night.
Oh, more than that.
Every night.
I'm like, oh, bang.
You want steak again? How you want it this time? You want it with potatoes or you want some broccoli?
Want me to just cut it up and want me to feed it to you? I got you. Come here, baby.
Yeah, I'm about to bake a whole cake.
Yeah,
you want some ice cream? I'm telling y'all, fellas, it don't take much to get a woman to just melt. It be the little simplest gestures. If you need help, hit me up. I got you. We could plan like a whole sexy night on like $200. I got you covered. And guess what? She gonna walk in there and be like, you said the rest of the month you getting head. All month long. All month long you getting head. And night. And night. I promise. Call me. I got you.
That is it.
I got you. All right, you guys. Listen, it's our time. It was our first all-girl podcast. Listen, show us some love because the fellas, they didn't think we could do it like
They
we did it.
coming. They coming.
Yeah, they coming for us next week, though. They gonna come for us next
Don't mean they gonna win. I'm just saying it's coming though. We know. We prepared. They coming.
They coming for us next
Cause
week.
he could barely sit down.
He
I'm
can't
just saying,
even the cameraman trying to jump all in the
So he's
conversation.
definitely coming. But I know, Vaughn. I know. Know you watching.
Vaughn laughing right now.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm coming for her ass.
You got us next week.
We always
okay,
laugh.
Vaughn. That's all right. Listen, thank you guys for joining us again. Social Vibes. Catch us on YouTube. Click like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
We love y'all. We love doing this. We have so much fun, as you can see. Join us sometimes. We always welcome guests on the panel.
Absolutely.
Come join us. We love
We
y'all.
want everybody's opinion. Everything matters.
Everything.
Bye.
Later. You're not the only nice fucking guy.
I didn't say I was a nice guy. I didn't think
Motherfucker. Fuck you, Vaughn.